Northern California is full of creepy history, broken mines, ghost towns, and ruined railroads, but most people don't know about the massive Victorian mansion that locals call the Architect's Maze. It's never on the map, and if you ask for directions, people just shake their heads and say, "Don't go there after dark." One chilly Friday night, 4 friends, Evan, Jesse, Maya, and Tyler, were driving back from Lake Shasta, bored, scrolling random abandoned places on their phones when a Reddit post popped up about a secret mansion that changes its layout every night. Tyler, the wannabe YouTuber with a half-dead GoPro, said, "Dude, imagine the views if we find it." And even though everyone laughed it off, the Jeep turned onto a dirt road before anybody said no. They reached a rusted metal gate swallowed by trees. The mansion behind it was huge, Victorian style, like someone tried to copy the Winchester house, but gave up and left it to rot. No lights, no cars, nothing living around it except silent pine trees and a cold wind. The weird thing? The front door was standing wide open, like someone was already expecting them. Inside, the air smelled like dust and old wood, but the floorboards were warm, like the heat had been on 15 minutes ago. Tyler whispered, "Guys, look, no footprints except ours." And Jesse immediately said, "Okay, cool, we checked it. Can we go now?" But Evan walked deeper inside, saying the place was amazing, a full maze of doors, mirrors, and twisting staircases. Then the first strange thing happened. There were 3 doors in the hallway. They looked at them, turned around for maybe 10 seconds, and suddenly there were 4. Maya swore one of the doors moved 2 feet to the left, but nobody believed her until the power flickered on for half a second, lighting up a hallway that definitely didn't exist 10 seconds earlier. Jesse cursed under his breath and said, "Some psycho is in here messing with us." Right before the floor shook and one of the doors slammed itself shut behind them. Maya got shoved into a small guest room when the floorboards shifted like living skin and the door locked instantly. She screamed for help, but the walls absorbed her voice like they were breathing. Inside that room, a dusty mirror showed her reflection, and behind her reflection, someone else standing very still in the dark. When she spun around, nothing was there, but the mirror whispered her name in her own voice. Meanwhile, the other 3 ran through twisting corridors that looped back into themselves like every hallway wanted them lost. Doors appeared and disappeared. Every time Tyler turned his camera around, something seemed to move just out of frame. Shadows crawling, walls shrinking, stairs stretching longer than they should. When they tried to escape the mansion, the front door was gone, replaced by a brick wall. Every window led to a different view. Some showed forest, some showed endless hallways, and one window showed all 4 of them standing outside the house. Even though they were inside, the house wanted them apart. It hated them together. They finally found Maya, shaking, sitting on a bed that she swore had been on the ceiling moments ago. They didn't ask questions. They just ran. Out of breath, they turned into a long hallway lined with mirrors on both sides, and every reflection showed them older, thinner, or missing from the glass entirely. The strangest part? Some reflections moved a second late, like whatever was inside the mirrors wasn't them, but something learning to copy. Finally, at the end of the hallway, a door stood half open, showing the outside forest. They sprinted through it, crashed into the dirt, reached their Jeep, and peeled out without speaking a single word. Nobody dared look back. 20 minutes later, safe on the highway, Tyler checked his footage, and his hands started shaking. Every clip showed them walking around in circles in an empty forest. No mansion, no hallways, no rooms, no doors. It looked like the four of them were talking to walls of trees, pointing at nothing, screaming at nothing, running from nothing. Jesse went pale and said, "We never walked into a house. But I remember the rooms. I remember the mirrors." Maya said quietly, "Then whose shadows were moving behind us?" They went silent. Tyler closed the camera and refused to upload anything. The next week, when they tried to drive back and prove the mansion was real, the gate and road were gone, just untouched forest. No tire tracks, no structure, no foundation. Like the house had packed itself up and moved, and now sometimes when they drive alone at night, they swear they see a single door in the woods, standing open, waiting for someone else to step inside. Nobody knows if they ever escaped or if the house followed them home.